And it is a happy morning here on PEI. Was able to get to the motel last night. I am showered, I am fed. There was wine and tortellini last night. This Starbucks Northern Blend is actually really good, or I'm just in a really good mood, so everything is really good. You have no idea how much I do not feel like hiking today, but oh well. Okay, so I am currently backtracking because I don't want to miss out on walking any of PEI. So I've got a mile back and we'll see if there's a terminus here. So there is a cheap motel, supply option, and several restaurants all here at the start. So there's kind of an odd situation here where the IAT is a thing, but it's not the main focus. They have a Confederation Trail. Okay, I told myself I wasn't going to backtrack to the bridge, but the trail goes right there, and I don't want to feel like I cheated, so it's okay. Not like I have a hard schedule now. Now, doesn't this look like a better place to start off the hike rather than just a road intersection? Okay, I think that's probably about as far as I'm going to go. Also, this is really making me realize how much I've missed the ocean. Now I feel like I can hike the IAT and PEI. So the good news is it looks like I will have cell service for at least most of this. Bell and Rogers works with AT&T. AT&T gives you free Canada and Mexico coverage. So hopefully I'll be in touch. So this is the COVID-19 screening station. Basically, when you come in, you're put in a line depending on how long you've been in New Brunswick. And they actually do the swab test right there. Came through last night, they swabbed me out the car window, and then they told me if I tested positive, they would be in touch. Unfortunately, since Canada has been getting hit by a pretty bad rise in COVID cases, the rules have been changing quite a bit for travel from one province to another. I am hopeful I can get into Nova Scotia. It will be a little more relaxing once I'm there, since I know I don't have to worry about them closing down one of these crossings again. That gentleman back there just hopped out of his car and called me by name. He's been following me since Florida. So this is what counts as the terminus per the GPX I was given by the IAT folks. Personally, I like that little marine park better. It doesn't say no camping, just respect private property. So something like that might work for setting up a tent, as long as it wouldn't bother anybody. Honestly, I may just set up on the side of the trail. It's going to continue like this. This trail is dang fancy. Well, so far all the water sources have just been like ditches through ag areas, so gas stations it is. Well, I haven't found much interesting city on the side of the trail lately, but full thing of Smirnoff. So I have been getting some bug bites. Some of them are mosquitoes, and then I think there's something along the lines of no-see-ums out here as well. Well, I guess that's good to know. So it's not just fields of crops, there's also cows. You can smell them even when you can't see them. Okay, so it's getting right around sunset, and after looking at the options, I think I'm just gonna camp openly right next to one of these. There's nothing that says don't camp, and worst case, if somebody gives me trouble, then I'll know that I need to stealth camp better next time. So far, I gotta say, this has been pretty damn enjoyable walking. I mean, the railbed trail is basically that part of the AT that I really liked at Harper's Ferry. This is what that's like. There's been bathrooms and things along the way. I've got some traffic noise, but it's not bad. You can hear it in the distance. Smells like cows in some places, but so yeah, I'll take it. Like I said, my plan is just to kind of camp openly next to this thing and see if anybody comes over to say hi. And because taters will be so sad if I don't say it, home sweet home for the night. So due to my trail angel friends, I've got something a little different for dinner today. Vegetables, which are always amazing. And yeah, this is one of those wet, curry items. I don't usually carry them because they're heavy, but it just sounds good. I've really missed Indian food, among other things. I just had a local named Marty who was out biking with his dog. He stopped by and chatted, and per him, I should be fine here. Welcome to another edition of An American Hiker Hobo in Canada, brought to you by the gainfully employed taters teaching back in Southern California. It rained a bunch last night, but other than my friend with the bike and the dog who stopped by right around dark, nobody bothered me. So yeah, I guess this is the plan for at least for a while. Looking ahead, I guess I do end up back on roads in Nova Scotia. That is going to be a bummer, but I'm going to enjoy this nice groomed trail while I got it. And speaking of enjoying things, it is kind of a bummer that I'm here out of season. I have passed a brewery, a pub, a Subway or two, a bunch of stuff like that, and most of them seems to be closed, which is a shame. I'm hungry. Well, yes, I am low on water because there wasn't a fill up last night. And yes, this is my third cup of coffee, but that's kind of like using that one leg splint you have on that one broken leg you have. It's kind of the way to use it. So I think the biggest bummer about not getting to do the Quebec section, other than, I'm sure it's pretty yada, 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 was the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation was actually talking about putting me on TV when I got to Gaspe for like an interview, and that would have been kind of like unique and cool, but yeah, well. So I am getting moving here. I am kind of this weird mix of, excited to be up here and with what's ahead, and part of me is just tired. I don't know if it's because now I can see the end, I only have 300 some miles left, or if it's just the fact that I think I've had a max of 2 or 3 days off, here and there since I started in end of December. That zero in Kedgwick didn't quite perk me up as much as I was hoping. Since it turned into, like a panic round of like planning and trying to figure out what I was going to do. So it rained overnight and this morning, but it stopped. And on the plus side, with all this wind, it was enough to dry my tent off. So I'm not carrying a wet tent. So yeah, even if the benches weren't an option, I could easily find a place to self-camp in these more wooded sections, at least so far. Ran into some people maintaining the trail, so they were fun to talk to. My God, they love their signage here. They're even notifying that trail crews are in the area. Meanwhile, back in Florida, somebody ended up running across a controlled burn that nobody had put signs up about. And by walk through, I mean they were going down the trail and ended up with the fire line running over them. Okay, seriously, how is this not just a designated official campsite? I don't know what else you need. Maybe water, but water's overrated. Okay, so rumor is up ahead in Hunter River there may actually be some hot food. Not that I don't just want to be eating Cliff Bars for days, but, hot food. And welcome to Hunter River. So you might be thinking that after avoiding Quebec, not having to deal with hunting closures, getting into PEI and having a straight shot to the end of Nova Scotia, gee, masochists must not have much to stress about. And that would be funny because that's what I thought. And while I was eating my burger back there, somebody texted me to say that Newfoundland is apparently closing their border due to COVID. Cases are rising here. And per their source, there is at least a chance that the other maritime provinces may do the same thing. So that would basically end me at the end of PEI. And on behalf of Taters, she wishes me to say that we are in no way claiming that Operation PEI/NS is getting its end cut off by the Canadian government, because, that would just sound awkward. All the comforts you could possibly want, except for water. Okay, just in time for a water fill up, and then I just have to get out of town to camp. Okay, no pizza and no wine, sadly. It's the first gas station that did not have a liquor license, and of course this was the one where I was actually hoping to get a bottle of wine, but I got a Tim Hortons sandwich, a root beer, and some chips, and now I am just trying to get far enough out of town that I can camp and eat. Sadly, I think I really just wanted donuts and coffee, but well. Okay, well, a little after 7, so I think this is home sweet home. I'd prefer to be a little further from the city, but is what it is. And here we go again.